Clay Holmes had a great month of May, 14 scoreless innings, allowed just 8 hits, 15 punches. He is the American League's reliever of the month for May, and he joins us on the Tuesday spread. Clay, good evening. Thanks for the time, man. Congrats on a great start to the season.
Appreciate it. It's good to be on here.
Tell us about what it's like for a guy like you at 6'5" to know that you've got this weapon, this heavy sinker that nobody can seem to figure out. I mean, is that all you need, basically, sinker, slider, to get through life now because that stuff's that good for you?
Yeah, it's nice when they're strikes. I think that's been the key for me, is just pounding the zone with that sinker, and it's been working. So, I've been kind of rolling with it and been getting good results so far.
Tell us about preparing for games now that your role has changed a little bit with Aroldis Chapman unavailable. You've been closing games for the Yankees. That may or may not continue indefinitely. Do you prepare any differently when you know you've got the ninth?
It's been the same for me. It's no matter what the situation is, I know that I have to control, what I do, and you control my pitches on the mound. So it's kind of the things that I focus on, and whatever situation I put in, try to help the team win. And if it's the ninth inning and that's what the team needs right now, then I'm all for it.
Clay, a lot of the questions that fans have around your career arc have been based on your background in being Pirates property, famously dealt to the Yankees at the deadline last year, and people are like, how can anybody trade a guy with this kind of stuff? Are you better now than you were as a Pirate, or are people just kind of catching on now to you?
I did some things well with Pittsburgh, and it's, I come over and obviously, not the peripheral numbers, but, just some of the, stats, and the ERA looks a little better. But I was starting to figure some things out there last year with Pittsburgh, and I think the timing of the trade and some stuff that went down, was, I guess, good timing, and I started to put together some good outings and string more of them together, and it's been a good transition for me, and I've enjoyed being a Yankee and being over here.
Yeah, plenty of Pittsburgh expats in that clubhouse and on that staff, with Jamison Tyone, who's been great, and Garrett Cole. Do you guys consider yourselves like Pittsburgh East?
Oh yeah, it was great being traded over and knowing some familiar faces. Garrett was my first pro ball roommate, and I spent a lot of time with J-Mo doing a Tom and John rehab together. So just having some guys I was familiar with definitely helped. And it seemed like it wasn't too long ago that I was in Florida with J-Mo, and we're rehabbing together, and next thing we know we're somewhere completely different on the same team. So it's been nice having those guys around.
Hey, Clay, I want to ask you about Pitchcom, because the Yankees seem to have really embraced the new technology. Do you use it? Are you comfortable with it? And why do some teams seem to like this more than others?
Yeah, it's been great for me. I think it helps as a pitcher, just kind of helps you settle into your routine a little faster. You know your pitch a little sooner. You can kind of speed up a little bit. So, I have no complaints with it. It's been great so far. It may be a little tough to hear at times when the crowd's on their feet, but other than that, it's been great to have and to work with.
All right, a chance for you to get your record straight, and I want to apologize for our producers stalking your social media accounts. But we got a photo for you we want to roll out. This is vintage Clay Holmes, time date stamp September of 2014, and you're saying Roll Tide, but you committed to Auburn before you signed with the Pirates. Let's go back in time and walk you through that decision.
Yeah, it's I grew up an Alabama fan. The whole family was, especially my dad growing up in the Bear Bryant era. But it was one of those things where when it kind of come down to it, I felt like Auburn was the best fit for me at the time, and had some academic scholarship with a baseball scholarship, so it ended up being almost a free ride, and that's kind of was a stipulation for my dad. He's like, if I'm not paying for it, if you got it paid for, then so be it. But no, it was good. I liked Auburn, the people there, but yeah, still an Alabama fan down at heart.
I feel your dad on that one, by the way. I'm a fan of whoever's paying the freight myself. You know, isn't Donaldson an Auburn guy too? Am I right about that, or was he University of Florida?
Yeah, he's an Auburn guy.
Okay.
So yeah.
Good. We got a couple of food questions to hit you with. You're a Southern guy. I'm not sure if you're down for the Yankee Stadium sushi or not. Have you had it, and what do you think about it?
I haven't had it, but a big fan of sushi, so I'm always down for a good roll.
I'm telling you, it's pretty good. It's something you should look for. What is your favorite big league city for dining?
For food, it's tough to beat New York. We've had a couple of home off days, and it's perfect to kind of try some new restaurants, and it's been great so far. What
was the pregame spread in the Yankee Stadium clubhouse for you guys, the home side today?
It wasn't put out last time I checked, so I'm not sure yet.
All right. So
I heard maybe a Hawaiian something, maybe poke bowls.
Oh, fancy. I like it. So here's the showstopper here. There's some big boys on that roster. Rizzo, Stanton, Judge. Who is the biggest spread crusher on the New York Yankees?
Biggest spread crusher. Yeah, there is some very big bodies. I don't know. I probably can eat with the best of them. So I don't know. There's a lot of guys that put some food down.
That's right. Vote for yourself. That's okay. You're 6'5". You're a big guy. I'm sure you can put it away too. Hey, man, we appreciate the visit, Clay. Way to go. Fun watching you pitch. Continued success to you all year long.